Okay.
So this is called a batagan. That's what they would use to grind different ingredients. It's definitely a workout.
Yeah. Dude, this is a little workout.
I'm good whenever you're.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
they were good. Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey guys, today we are in the kitchen with Brian Yazzie. And Brian, would you take us through some of these ingredients? Some of them I'm familiar with, some of them I'm not.
We have Oneida white corn, Hopi black beans, sumac, amaranth leaves, 2 types of milkweed, sunflower leaves, patty pan, squash.
Could you tell us why corn is such an essential part to native cooking?
Definitely. Corn is our main ingredient. Not only do we eat it, but it's also ceremonial practices behind it. Within the US, there's over 560 tribes. Traditionally from my tribe, Navajo, we have the blue corn. Different regions have their own corn. This corn here comes from the Oneida tribe. These type of heirloom ingredients you won't really see in stores unless you are connected with tribal community, because these are the original corns.
Could you explain all 3 different stages of corn here?
Yeah, for sure. So here's dehydrated corn after harvest and hung for a couple days. And here's corn soaked overnight. And here's cooked and then nixtamalized, the process of taking off the outer layer.
And then how could you use it?
The dish I'll be making is the Three Sisters. So we're mixing the corn with black beans and roasted squash. A stew, the amaranth, and there's different way of making Three Sisters on dish. There's salads, you can add a wild rice, just different types of comfort food.
And what's really cool about these ingredients is there's no like formula to it. If you have it on hand, that's what you're adding.
Definitely. It's just, going back to the basics of eating with the season.
You mentioned the 3 sisters. Could you explain a little bit more about that?
They call them the Three Sisters because they help each other grow out in the field,
So kind of like that 3 sisters mentality of like protecting each other.
Definitely.
And it's kind of like a family. That's really cool, man.
Cut these just in half down the way. We'll roast these off outside. Yep. Now, usually what we do is just build a whole big bonfire so you get enough ashes. So we call it an earth oven or a fire pit.
Yeah.
There's different ways of making the oven. With my tribe Navajo, we bury corn in the ground with ashes and cover it for about a day. Yeah.
Awesome. And there's no like on and off button for this, obviously.
No. Some people put like bison ribeye that's right on the coal.
Oh, dang. Yeah. It's really funny. Like the bougie restaurants, they're like, oh yeah, we're cooking this. We're calling it a caveman style cooking. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like our people have been doing that for hundreds of years.
I mean, same thing with North American indigenous chefs and cooks,
Yeah.
Right now we're known as a trend or a fad.
Yeah.
But it's just that we've just always been here.
Yeah,
we're just overlooked. These are just about done.
Oh man, that color, dude. What are we gonna be doing here?
We're gonna saute the veg that we cut up.
We cut up, yep.
But the first thing we're gonna start with is the milkweed.
Okay.
No, it's never into greens growing up, I didn't eat that much veg.
Yeah, me too, man.
But now I'm like out looking around foraging, like, I wonder what type of plant that is.
Yeah. Is it life or death if I eat it?
When I started cooking with indigenous ingredients, I got a tattoo, the first ingredients that I worked with, that I knew what it was, So I have cranberries, I have sumac, sunflower, cedar, cusha squash, Hopi blue, and Bear Island flint corn.
Okay.
So these are like the main ingredients that I started working with,
That's cool.
and got familiar with.
Man, if that was like the mentality, I would get like oyster sauce bottle, fish sauce bottle.
Add the beans to it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rinse off the corn.
Yeah.
And we'll add that to it.
Then we just toss it together.
Yeah. Grab the squash. All right, so this is the one we charred outside.
Okay.
And we'll just slice it up. Just toss it in.
Okay, so Brian, we have bison,
Yep.
the Three Sister dish here. Talk us through it.
You know, we'll do family style. For me, I'm getting a bit of each. And to me, this is just tasting the landscape, you know.
Yeah,
Just to most people, it's an acquired taste. You know, it's something that it might be too bitter, you know, or too gamey. You know, it's definitely comfort food.
I mean, it totally reminds me of like Hmong mustard greens, like that little bitter, almost bite to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. I really like that.
And the beans just give it a crunch.
The squash, man. That's the game changer for me. Why isn't McDonald's doing squash?
To me, it's reintroducing these type of food, you know, and revitalizing these type of ingredients. I'm not only a cook or a chef, but I'm also a teacher, bringing back something, you know, back to the table that has been missing for so long.
That's amazing, dude.